EA Interviews, Episode 17.
Inspiration, transformation, success stories, and the Imperfect Action Round. 7 days a week. Join Mario Ficini for today's Expert Authority Effect interview.
Expert Authority World, I'm excited to have Q&A Session 2 with you. So like I said in Q&A 1, I get a lot of questions on a weekly basis when I'm helping people with their podcast, when I'm helping people with their live streams, publishing their books, getting their message out there. So many of the questions that are asked are very simplistic in the answer, in the nature. But in that moment, like when I was doing my first book, they're very complicated and they can seem overwhelming. So I want to dispel all of them for you. So again, if you have any, check out expertauthorityworld.com. You can ask questions inside of the community and get feedback. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just go forward, move forth with your message, and get it out to the world. That's the most important thing. I tell my clients every day, take imperfect action. So the first question, built-in webcam versus external. What should you use? A lot of people say, I already have a webcam. It's built into my such and such pro computer book. Don't really want to say the names of stuff, but even when I have guests on my show, they go, well, why do I need an external webcam? Why do we need an external mic? I have equipment requirements because I want the utmost clarity both with the video and the audio for you. The audio is most important, and if you're going to do a video podcast like the Expert Authority Effect Interviews is, you want clear video as well. But it's not just the video camera. There's also lights and other stuff. So the question is, should you use a built-in or external? And I tell people all the time, use an external, because the ones that are built in aren't very good, plain and simple. Straight up. So always use an external webcam. The two and only two I'm recommending right now, short of a DSLR or professional camcorder with converter boxes and a lot more hardware and complete setups, are the C922 and the Logitech Brio. Both of them are by Logitech. Now, the second question is, should I use a built-in mic or external? Well, what do you think I'm going to say here? If you're watching this, you can see I do not have a built-in mic. I have a giant mic hanging down from the boom arm. If you're listening to this, go back 5 or 6 episodes and listen to the old mic, because I just recently got a new one. You will hear a difference. And both of them were external. Both of them are 10 times better than some built-in thing. But there's differences. So without getting into a lot of detail, get anything that is external for both camera and microphone. All right, we're going to go into the book launch. I have some launches going on right now. I'm excited for my new authors, and one of them was, I'm pre-launching a book and sales are going great, but they're asking for the Kindle. Well, that's great. That tells me everyone wants your content. They want it now, but they want it in a different format. The format does not change the book. All it is a different format. The funny thing is, the book's not out yet. That's why we're doing a pre-release. However, they're going to have to wait for the Kindle. That's the answer. If you're doing a book launch and the book launch isn't for a couple of weeks, which it is, you're pre-selling the book because it's not out yet. This is for the printed copy. But if they're asking for Kindle, what I would suggest is say, sign up for our notifications. There's some bonuses when you do. You'll be first notified when the Kindle does drop at 7 a.m. on the 26th. You'll be able to purchase it then. We're only pre-launching right now. We're pre-selling right now. In the meantime, thank you for your interest. What's your email? I will send you Chapter 1. And all you have to do is send it by a PDF. Now, you're satisfying their desire for the digital copy. If they don't want the printed, it's because they want the digital. That's more of the psychology of what's going on. If they want the printed copy, great, order it now. We'll ship it to you when it's available. But if it's Kindle, don't worry if it's Kindle or this, that, the other thing. It's digital. Give them a digital version. Now, should I get cheap equipment or expensive to start? I have two mixed reviews on this. I have two mixed views on this, and I'm going to say it depends. I would have loved nothing more than to have my new current setup from the get-go. However, I'm very thankful for what I started with, because you have to start somewhere. So if you're serious and you're committed and you have the money, get the good stuff to begin with. I currently have someone I'm working with to have a setup, and she basically said, tell me all the best of the best right now. I trust you, and I want to start with the best. Now, she's also has 10, 15 years on the news, and she's used to broadcast. If you have never done this in your life, don't worry about it. Just start. There's two different situations there. So when you have different things going on, you have to assess your situation. The old mic I used for a while, and I'm very thankful. It was still better than a built-in, but I didn't understand the importance because I didn't have the podcast. If you're doing a podcast and even video, you want crystal clear audio. You want crystal clear video. The expert authority effect interviews is predicated on you are the expert in authority. You want to appear as the expert in authority. So why would you spend thousands of dollars on clothes, getting your hair did, getting your teeth brushed, getting your teeth whitened, making sure your shoes are shiny, making sure your suit's custom tailored for in-person, and then spend $20 on a camera and $13 on a microphone? Because I would venture to say, even if you're an ambitious networker, you're a public speaker, and you're out in the public field, I do public speaking also. If you like me at your event, I'd love to talk to your organization. But how I appear on camera is the same way I appear in real life. And I'm looking for the absolute best of the best, so it's congruent. If you're the expert in authority, and you look like you have a crackerjack video, it's not going to resonate. It's not going to look the same. It's not going to sound the same. So, should you start with the best? In the advent of time, I would say so. I have another client who reached out and said, I had a good time coming on your show. I'm looking to upgrade my system. And it's interesting because since I decided to play a bigger game and start the show and upgrade my whole studio, I'd say upwards of 80% of people have bought new equipment, asked about new equipment, or said, what can I do to get it up to your quality? And I have a surprise coming in hopefully the next week or two. Stay tuned because I'm only at the midpoint of my vision. But the point is you have to start. And I love going back to the first episodes and seeing the difference compared to even this one. And I know I'm going to look back at this one and go, that was a good day. It was a milestone for me, because it literally was. But here's the thing, you have to start somewhere. If you have the ability to start at the top, absolutely do it. You have to be mentally prepared, you have to be financially prepared, and you have to understand the differences of it. Don't take it for granted and just think, oh, it's more expensive, it's going to be better for no reason. I could tell you about $300-$400 microphones, and they're all different. They're all different brands, but they're all $300-$400. I could show you $30 to $40 microphones, and they're all different brands, and they're all different. There's technical differences, so don't think just because it's more money, it's going to be the best one. So if you have the budget, you should start with it, because it will save you so much time on the editing. It'll save you so much time in the long-term workflow. One of the two things I had was I started with one software and I switched to this one. The one I'm using now is Wirecast Pro. I highly, highly recommend it. Check it out at eainterviews.com/Wirecast. They are a sponsor. Now, I also love BeLive TV. eainterviews.com/BeLive. They are two drastically different softwares. They both have a lot of technical differences. They're both good. I recommend them both. They're very, very, very different. They're also $20 a month or $200 for the year. and $1,000. So again, if you have the finances and want to just jump to the beginning, jump to the top, get Wirecast Pro. And I'm glad I have it now. It's saving me a ton of time. Now, what I gained in not having to invest the money early on, I had to give up in time. If I had all this from the start, you would have a much greater learning curve. However, I have not had to change my workflow in months. Since I started the show and to this day, I've had to change it 3 different times. I would have liked to not have to. But part of the reason I was doing this is so I could educate you and tell you the best way to do it in the shortcut, because I have my books and my training. So it wasn't just about the show. So it depends. So to circle back, should I get cheap equipment or expensive to start? It's an investment. You're going to have to see what is the best interest for you. If you have questions, I'd be more than happy to go into detail, and who knows, maybe it'll be on a future episode. Should I use Wirecast Studio or Wirecast Pro? I will definitely cover that one. Should I use BeLive Standard or BeLive the other one? There's 2 more questions, and they're all vastly different. Here's what I'm telling you. Start. Do something, and there's reasons for all of it. You have to figure out what it is for yours. If you are committed and you have a big vision and see it long term, start with the best. It'll save you a ton of time, and it will just be professional from the start. I have some killer interviews, and go back to episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first 10, and I have rock star guests, and I'm very thankful for them. I want everyone in my newest studio. I do plan on having guests come in and interview them in person. Right now it's all remote, but they're rock star people. The only difference in the quality is the equipment they're using. So some of them are crystal clear, some of them are not crystal clear, but the content is still solid. The audio, if you're only listening to the audio of this, you're not even going to probably tell a difference. If you're watching it, you're going to tell a difference. The only difference is the webcam, and it's a one-time investment. And it's not even a big investment. So, Logitech C922 or the Brio. Should you get expensive to start? It's not expensive. It's an investment. Yes. Get the top-of-the-line stuff. I'm so thankful. As of yesterday, I am never going to have to go back and question, should I get something better? Should I get this one? Should I get that one? I'm excited to focus more on bringing you best content in the world and be done with all this tech crap. All right, 2 more. Book launch site. So you're launching a book. Do you have a promotional website made? You might have a main website made, but do you have one specifically to launching a book? If you do not, you should have one. And it should be very concise, and it should only have one option. Do you want to pre-sell, or do you want to get more information? You should have a countdown timer on it, and it should be ticking until the time you actually launch the book that day and that morning. Have a book sales page. A lot of people don't, and I'm just telling you to get one. Every single author I've launched, they have had one. I don't want to go on video. Well, I would encourage you to dig deeper and look into the reason as to why not. Because if you truly have a gift, if you truly have a message, there's something that's preventing you from wanting to share it. Because if you're in full alignment and you're fully congruent, you can literally look in the camera right now 24 hours a day and have zero problem being able to say something, because it just exudes from you. Because it's not something you're doing, but who you are. So if you're saying you want to do it, but you're not doing what's required of it, you need to do some soul searching and figure out why that is. I don't want to go on video. Now, I know people that they have discrepancies and they're not congruent. They're saying one thing but doing another. That's one type of behavior. That's one psychology. The other one is, I actually want to go on. You're saying I don't want to go on video. But the reality is you do want to go on video, you just don't know what to do. You might be stuck on the whole, should I get the Brio like this? Should I get the C922? I don't even want to say any other names because I don't advise them or recommend them, but maybe there's another one you think is good. You're just stuck inside of what should I do mode. The second I give you clarity, you'll be able to run. So get clear. Don't worry about it. Start with whatever you have. Like in golf, play it as it lies. If you need to call an audible like football, do it. But like hockey, always take a shot on goal. So I hope that helped. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on tomorrow's episode, and we're going to dive into more of the psychology side of it. So I'm excited to be bringing the interviews to you, but a lot of what I teach people is the psychology behind it and how it works with you as a person in your business. So tune in tomorrow, and I'm going to be sharing with you the success principle I share with everyone, the format and the structure. And it's called FEMS PR. And you're going to love it. So I'll see you on that one. Have a great day. God bless. Thanks for listening to the episode. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. Let's continue the conversation over in the community, expertauthorityworld.com. We can have discussions, talk about the episodes, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it. Once again, expertauthorityworld.com.